All right, guys, checking the sound. Make sure everything is sounding okay. Are we looking good? Are we feeling good? Are we sounding good? Are you feeling good, looking good, and sounding good? I bet you are. You fine-looking people out there. I wish I could see you. What is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and degen freaks? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this fine Wednesday morning on the East Coast. Wherever you are, whoever you are, wherever you're watching from, I would love to know where you're watching from. Shout out to all the people that are in the live stream starting right now. Let's get the likes up, all past 10 likes, and then YouTube will not blacklist us, blackball us, and force us to go to Rumble. Do you hear that, YouTube? If you do not start pushing my stuff, we will go immediately to Rumble, and we will follow Russell Brand's lead and start streaming exclusively on Rumble and X. That's my threat to YouTube. But, I mean, I'm a small fry. I don't know if my threat will be enough of a threat for YouTube to say, oh, okay, sorry, Dan, we'll push your content. I might just have to build it my own. We'll have to build the fort, build the foundation our own, but that's what the whole point is, right? We don't have to rely on these big companies, these big third-party companies, and especially the ones that are being super censored, censorshiped. So what is going on? I hope you guys are doing well. Shout out to Ryan Birchfield, Crypto Fart. We got Steve Randall Jr. in the house. I would love to see who else is here because I see that there's 10 people. So I would love to see all 10 of you make yourselves known in the chat. I know we have some grifters on this channel. I know there's some people that watch this channel, but they don't actually interact in the chat, and they do not want to even let me know that they're watching the channel, and that's okay. That's okay. But Steve Randall Jr. said, small fry today, fat potato tomorrow, brother. Let's go. Fat baked potato with the sour cream and the chives and the bacon bits. You guys remember bacon bits? Do you still buy bacon bits? Answer that question. Do you guys still buy bacon bits from the grocery store? That was totally a 90s thing, but I'm curious. You guys buy bacon bits? Well, welcome back to the channel. We're having some fun. I'm about to drink the second coffee of the day. My wife said, dear God, no, please don't drink the second coffee of the day or else we're all toast. So this is what we're doing. We're drinking the second coffee of the day so we can get hyped today we can get this bullishness going, because we were feeling a little bit bearish, but then all of a sudden we started to feel bullish. Why? Because we made, in all of this volatility of the price going down, we actually saw some higher lows from our recent dip. So if you see here, we got a higher low, we got a higher low, we got a higher low, and now we're actually starting. Now, all right, crypto nobodies listening in at work, Central Coast, California. Let's go. Yes. So we got people watching from coast to coast. We got people watching in Texas. We got people watching in California. I know we have people that watch in the UK. We even have people that are watching in Pakistan. I know there's one of the Dojo crew people are actually from Pakistan. So shout out to the Pakistanis. Heard the Pakistanis are one of the most gracious, hospitable cultures in the Middle East. So shout out to Pakistanis. All right, so let's see what Bitcoin's doing right now. So what Bitcoin basically did, Ben's like, I live in my apartment. I'm not telling you where I live. I know I don't tell anyone where I live either. I just, I do say, yes, I'm on the East Coast. We're obviously on the East Coast as we stream Eastern Standard Time. And we got people from Quebec City, Frederick St. Pierre, from Quebec City. I've always been interested in that city, a Canadian city, or not Quebec. Sorry, not Quebec is not Canadian. Jesus, what am I talking about? That's freaking Denmark. Jeez, I don't know why I was getting that mixed up. Yeah, you can make fun of me later, but not right now. Not right now. Oh my gosh. But yeah, guys, Bitcoin is doing some interesting stuff. All right, so let's get into the TA. So we're on the OKX chart, actually, which is an interesting chart. The OKX tether chart, we got the MA ribbons up, and see, I don't know where any place is. I'm an American, so I'm allowed to not know where any place is. I have a permission to be a dumb American when it comes to geography. Seriously. So I really don't feel stupid, because it's just like almost every American is like that. We only know where America is. So I do literally, like, you can make fun of me all day if I name a place and I don't know where it is, it's not going to affect me. So all right, so we got Bitcoin actually going up to 62,000. If you were to actually be following me on X.com, we actually called it. We were like, look, 62K. We said 62K is on, or 62K is on the way. 62 Bitcoin soon, 62,000. And so this is kind of where we're heading. We're heading back up to the test this EMA ribbon moving average. The thing is that we went below the 200 day. So we went below the 200 day. Hold on, wait, Quebec City. Where? Quebec City. Where is Quebec? Quebec City. Where's Quebec City? Please inform me. Please tell me. I would love to know. All right, so we actually want to look at the Bitstamp chart. Let's look at the Bitstamp chart. This is why we have That's why we have a channel on crypto and not geography and where countries are and cities are located. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I thought Canada at first, and then I was thinking I was stupid, but no. Okay, it's in Canada. Okay, all right. Thank God. At least I thought I was right. Oh man. Okay. All right. Let's take off the ribbon. We're going to take off the ribbon real quick, and we're actually going to put on the Bollinger Bands. And we're still going to keep this retracement This Fibonacci retracement, we have not moved it. We wanted to actually just keep it on the chart because we wanted to see if we were going to actually respect the Fibonacci levels from the high right here on the W pattern. So we're basically just pulling the Fib from the W here of the top of the W, the first line, and then we didn't successfully break out to the 70K, obviously, because we got rejected off the 786. So if we got rejected off the 786, I know, yeah. So I that's what I say. Like, I'm not the only one. Really, I think it's historically Americans just are not worldly like that. We're not taught properly. I think that other countries know more about geography and where and where places are than Americans do. It's just not on our radar. We just don't. I think just historically we just haven't. We've been terrible. We've been absolutely terrible. Could be our own fault. But then it's really just up to you to do your own. You got to do your own schooling. You got to do your own research. And if you're, it could, could help us all out if we knew where other places were, right? Probably would. All right, so Bitcoin retraced all the way down to the 0.382. So the 0.382 is where we retraced down into. We have bounced off of that now to lead back up into the $62,000 range. Now, this is very interesting because I kind of almost see the market wanting to punish the people that are wanting to short right now, at least. We could still potentially see a level being hit under 60K. I don't want to take it off the table, but the fact that we are bouncing, with some pretty decent strength off of that Fibonacci level, that 60,002. Look at the level of range of liquidation leverage up at 63.2 for shorts. It's really, really high. And so I feel like the market actually could bring us up into that price. So then some of these shorts will possibly get really heavily liquidated, especially around the 50x leverage, 100x leverage trades around past the $62,000 level, especially right here at 62,000. This is where a lot of the shorts could get wrecked. And so could be now that we're getting a little bit more open interest possibly for the markets in general going long right now for ETH and BTC. And guys, smash the like button if you agree with that. If hit the like button and also put some emojis in the chat if you agree that the market right now would punish the shorters, because if you already missed the opportunity for a mega short from the 786. So this was the short. The market makers already took that short because we were getting too bullish of being in October. And then also we have the geopolitical things happening between Iran and Israel. And so that caused some obvious volatility as well. But it's in combination. It wasn't just that dumped the markets. I think just we had some ETF outflows as well. So, there was just outflows of the ETF. And yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that's correlating with the price dipping down into these levels. And because of the Fibonacci retracements, they're pretty respected in this regard. And so I think the fact that this level was respected so hard that we will now get a push back up into these levels, especially into this level, which is the 200-day moving average, which is the 63.6, where all of those liquidation levels for the liquidation map for the shorts are going to get liquidated really hard. So I think there's more liquidations in the cards for the shorts than there are longs, because I think now people are starting to go long. So this, I'll tell you what I did to basically save myself. I had to save myself. I had to jump ship. I jumped ship on my long because I was getting so close to being liquidated, which would have taken the entire trade. So I got out with some of my margin. I shorted with whatever margin I had left, and then I took that profit. Then I went long. Okay. So then at going long, just went long, and then literally this has been my moves. Then got stopped out at a break even at a stop loss, okay, on on Bitcoin. And then I re-entered when I saw it dipping back to 60,005 going long, and then just took profits, half of the trade on 80% profit, and then relayed those profits into 2 trades that I think are going to do very well. I could be wrong, but at this point now, I think we're up enough in the percentages that we can now set these at a break even, which we love to do. If we see bullish momentum in the charts, what we'll end up doing is setting a break even 0% stop loss, or even a 1% stop loss on trades that are in the green, because then it just really solidifies that you're not gonna, if you're really trying to trade these markets right now, you won't lose money by doing that, and it gives you a little bit more of an edge, and it's part of your risk management on your trades as well. Now this one might get triggered really fast though on Metis, because we are only up 4%, but then we can kind of we can see what happens. But at least with Brett though, up 38%, and then we're up 96% on the Bitcoin long. So it's looking pretty bullish right now. That's why we went long. We were seeing the movements in the charts. We were seeing that Bitcoin is actually getting a nice test back up with some strength. Actually, and this is also what I wanted to mention too, because we're still in the Bitcoin analysis portion of the channel, or on this live stream. And the MACD, if you notice the MACD, we're getting a really good divergence here, bullish divergence, and a possible cross here. And then once we get that cross and we get a little bit more, and then we get the green histogram going, and we start to get less selling pressure, which we already have less selling pressure going into the openings of the market. It was a little bit volatile. We saw the volatility, obviously, but I think the fact that we bounced off of that level again pretty hard, we didn't go below. We actually held it, and now we're trading above it. So then we have to see how the rest of the day is going to go, and then I think this is give us a good confirmation signal that we are indeed going up a little bit higher. We do have a green dot on the cipher here. We got a little bit of a momentum. We got money flow. We have the SMI, which is basically stochastic moving indicator, where we can see the oversold portion of the chart here, matching up with everything. So it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good so far. All right, so for the altcoins, we got things like AVAX. AVAX is looking really good. Got a nice divergence on the RSI. Let's actually pull up just the straight RSI, and we'll look at that. Oh, what? Thought I already upgraded. Upgraded my bill. All right, maybe we'll just have to keep that on there. Or we have to take one off, I guess. We'll take this one off. Yo, what's going on? Hassan Lewis, shout out to Sen. Shout out to everyone who's in here today. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. All 17 of you. 18 of you now. All right, so YouTube is being friendly. YouTube's being nice. I think they heard me say Rumble. And they were like, we can't lose another person to Rumble. Can't do it. We just can't do it. Okay, so let's see. Crypto Beehive said, Dano moved into a new home and took a month off crypto. Man, nice. Very healthy, by the way. Awesome. Doesn't look like I missed much, but feels good to be back and see a live stream. Yes. Yeah, we missed you. Yeah, shout out to Crypto Beehive. We got free. In the chat. I'd appreciate all that you do and on the Moon Show. Oh, of course. Yep. My pleasure. We love doing this. It's like we've been in this like interesting relationship with crypto and also just interacting with the community. It's such a small community right now, and it's just wild, like who we've been able to collaborate with and who we used to watch back in the 2021 when we weren't even thinking about making our own channel. So it's just really cool. Yeah, like Sen said, hit the like, break the system. But yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad. So you got moved into a new home. Amazing. That's so cool. Awesome. Yeah, you didn't really miss much. I mean, it's basically just been, Bitcoin's doing Bitcoin stuff. It's really nothing too crazy. You become a big blocker. Trying to keep up with the chat. All right, so altcoin season index chart making a slight move. Yeah, so let's kind of go. We're just gonna look at some of these altcoins. We're just gonna go down our little list we have here. We got some AI stuff. We got the Delicium. Delicium does really well when we start to see the narrative come back in for AI. When the AI tokens start pumping, this one actually does really well. And actually, Delicium, in terms of like indicators on a chart, the 4-hour looks bullish, like super bullish for Delicium. This is AGI, so I think moving up to the 200-day moving average would be a 40% move to the upside. So that's pretty sweet. If you're wanting to, this is microcap. This is like a small microcap AI pick. So I know, like, you guys already probably know about like PAL AI or Fetch AI, FET, that whole thing with ASI, and yeah, this is a microcap AI project with bots and their thing with Lucy's. Check it out. And then we got Pepe. Pepe is now over its 200-day moving average on the 4-hour. If you go to the daily, it's over it as well. So this is really good. So this is the Pepe tether chart. And yeah, we'll look at ICP too. I think we had ICP on. Did we have it already bookmarked? We should have already had it bookmarked. Yeah, we'll definitely check out ICP. ICP is one of those where it went up so heavy when it launched because of the manipulation, the market manipulation, and it dumped heavy into. So, I mean, at any point, it's just going to go into technically price discovery, because any of those prices that were up where it went, it didn't stay there at all. Like it didn't even stay there for more than 24 hours. I think it was like more than 24 or even 48 hours. It went right back down. And so it was a super fast, manipulated, like high valuated launch. And I think it's because obviously whoever was in ICP, VC launches, or whoever was like, had coins, bought coins before they launched. I bet, and I think a lot of that being FTX and Sam Bankman, and they dumped that thing, dumped it hard. So honestly, ICP has the potential of going into any of those price points. And if you look at ICP from that point, it's like 16,000% move to the to the upside of its all-time high, which is insane. All right, so yeah, Pepe's looking really good. We're not wanting to fade Pepe. Ticker Bitcoin, if you guys know about what's happening with Ticker Bitcoin, it is going to launch its own layer one. It's going to have its own layer one, and I think it's one of the most solid 2023 meme tokens that has survived all of the volatility, the noise, and has a cult-like following. And it's one of the most like ADD, ADHD type acid trip tokens that you can invest in, and that's why we like it. Pretty much all for just those reasons. But the chart, though, looks really good, too. A lot of liquidity locked. It's one of the strongest Ethereum meme coins that are in this, like, kind of echelon of high-quality memes, like Pepe, Mog. Then Kendu's in that list now. We've added Kendu into that list of our bullish, Ethereum, meme coin plays. And SHIB is still, like, on the table to be a very successful second cycle coin meme cycle for this particular run. You guys must be bored. You guys must be absolutely bored. Just kidding. All right. We also have ENA. ENA Athena Labs has a lot of stable coin things going on, and that's obviously with XRP. We got XRP with the news of the stable coin. Stable coins hitting the market. Don't know exactly when, but people are getting pretty bullish on XRP. Thinking that XRP could be seeing a breakout here soon. XRP will go up, but it's like, are you wanting to speculate into something that has, kind of a lot of discrepancy on it and a lot of liability? Or do you want to invest in something that is literally like, it's just a funny meme, and the only liability you have is the community leaving it behind? Which can very well happen. Asan Lewis said, Daniel, how come we can buy Pepe coin but can't buy Bitcoin Satoshi Vision on the popular exchanges? Because the exchanges want, you know what it is? Why? Because the exchanges, if they're good exchanges, they're going to be buying and selling and promoting what the people want. So sadly, people don't really care too much about Bitcoin Satoshi Vision or Bitcoin Cash or Ethereum Classic, because those are not going to give you what memes give you, which is like the casino type, lottery type of purchase. And the retail that is ultimately what makes those exchanges money, them coming in, using their exchange platform, getting fees from all these people, either buying, spot, trading, selling, futures, whatever it may be, they are going to do the memes. The memes are now the new narrative. It's the new cycle. It's the new token that is basically everyone, even if you're rich, your expenses have gone up over the past 4 years, over 40%. So basically, if you didn't increase your income by 40 to 50%, which is highly unlikely. Maybe some of you got a raise, maybe some of you got a promotion, but actually the reality is that a lot of you might have gotten laid off of your job. You might have lost hours. You've actually might have had to take other jobs or part-time jobs to fill in the gaps of how much money you've had to spend to keep up with the expenses. So guess what you're going to want to buy that's cheaper, that's funny, that's shiny, it's new. It's going to be the meme coins. So that's why I think the meme coin super cycle is in full effect, and this is why exchanges are supporting meme coins more than ever. Binance said they messed up. They're like, we were behind by not listing some of the tokens that the community themselves, us, that we wanted to buy. So this is why I think Pepe is going to get listed on Coinbase. It's going to get listed on Robinhood, as well as other popular meme coins that have high community valuations and trading volume. And this is this is what people want. This is what they want. It's highly unlikely that retail is gonna, let me buy some XRP, maybe, because it is a little, because technically, it's cheaper than it's around a price of Cardano, maybe it's a little more expensive, but it's it's cheaper than buying Ethereum or Bitcoin. But is it going to have the same trajectory as, say, Ethereum or Bitcoin? And I would argue to say that it doesn't, and it has way more volatility and risk on it than even Ethereum and especially Bitcoin. If you look at the cycles, you invest, however much you did in XRP at whenever it launched, and you held it for 13 years, you'd have, maybe a very small gains on it. But if you were to have invested $1,000 with Bitcoin, when and held it for however long XRP has been around, then you'd be up by like 1,000,000%. So this is why people still, it's just like Bitcoin is the meme coin almost. And I love the Crypto, he had that explanation. He was like, Bitcoin kind of is the meme coin. Bitcoin is your meme coin that is going to just do some craziness over the next 10 years. Over the next 8 years, the thing could be worth $1 million, and you having just a quarter of it put you in a position of 2% of the population of the world that then will be owning Bitcoin. And it's going to be really hard in 8 years to acquire that same amount of Bitcoin, because then a quarter Bitcoin is going to be worth, in 8 years, who knows? I mean, a quarter Bitcoin be worth over hundreds of thousands of dollars. So just be ready for it. And I think we are going to see the biggest runs on the altcoins in March next year, especially the memes. I mean, I really do believe, and it's not because I'm naive, it's because I know this cycle is about the memes. It's about the memes. You just can't deny it at this point. It's so strong at this point. You simply just cannot ignore it. You cannot ignore it. So if you look, you go to CoinMarketCap, and just to remind you guys that the 9th top traded token out of the entire market, everything, is Pepe. 9th traded. 24-hour traded volume is $1.7 billion. The only thing that is getting up close to that and getting very close is Sui, which is 1.3. But look at this. Sui's got this whole narrative of basically almost trying to be a Solana killer, but we got a coin like Pepe. So this is my list. So I have a pretty easy list of coins that I follow in terms of the memes. I really like Pepe. I like PayPay as the Chinese Matt Fuhrer token narrative. I think that one is going to do the best out of any of those derivatives that ended up coming out of the space this year. I really like Kendu Inu as a Shiba Inu derivative and inspired by Shiba Inu. I think Kendu Miyazaki is doing really good work. I think the Kendu Chads, NFT mint did very well. So with Kendu, I'm following that to hold that into next year, of course. So I have a little bag of that. I think Brett is going to do very well. We obviously know it's already done really well, but I think the moment that it does get that Coinbase listing, it's going to be huge. It will be big. What else? Okay, so yeah, we're for Solana. I like Ponky. I think Ponky's super undervalued. I think it's underrated. I think the market cap is very healthy. It's not like oversaturated. It's not like, oh, it went to it went to 1 billion really, really fast. It's been like a nice steady growth, but they've been doing stuff like crazy through all of the volatility. They do things even. Did it break? Oh, I'm watching the chat too. I'm trying to like talk and explain and also watch the chat, guys. So if my eyes are going like this, I'm like, I appreciate you guys being here. But yeah, Ponky, they do really cool charity work. They did a back to school giveaway. They were feeding homeless people in certain areas that were affected by the hurricane, and they're just out in the streets doing really, really cool stuff. And there's not many meme coins or coins at all that do that type of work. So that is why I've always been super bullish on Ponky, because they are using their influence and their resources to just like directly be out in the community, to be like the happy degen monkey that people were going to recognize immediately. People are just going to recognize like, oh, that's Ponky, that's the degen monkey. And so that's all you need. Like literally that's all you need. You don't need like big tech. You don't need this you don't need like utility or some type of mechanism that is like, oh, this is going to be the next. No, it's going to be the degen monkey that does charity work, and that's a degen trader, and people love it just for the fact that it's all like top social media content, the most memeable, to be honest, super quick on the memes. Any type of thing that happens, they're on it. Like CZ released from jail, boom, got a meme for it. GJT assassination attempt, they literally had the fight like meme created in like I think like literally an hour later. They're just very fast, just as fast as Tucker Carlson. This is honestly, I haven't bought any Tucker yet. I'll be completely honest with you. I have not bought any, but I really want to because every time I watch one of their videos, they're hilarious. I love the caricatures, the mematures, I guess you could say, of Tucker Carlson and Raw Paul and all of our usual suspects in finance and politics and crypto. So it's honestly, it's brilliant. So I think if anything, I think Tucker, with its South Park-esque comedy, it could do really well. And this is a Solana token, so I think if anything will do well too, it's on Solana. It's Tucker. But my other Solana picks are things like, let me go. I was shilled this thing, Ninja Cat. I don't know. Someone tagged me in it, and every time you get tagged with a coin on crypto Twitter, you're like, okay. But I started to look at it, and I was like, okay, it's actually pretty low market cap. And I was like, if I haven't seen a Ninja Cat yet, so NC Ninja Cat, it was shilled to me on crypto Twitter. So I was like, all right, why not? I'll check out Ninja Cat, but I might not touch it with the 10-foot pole. So, all right, but what I will touch with the 10-foot pole, a 10.5-foot pole, would be Orc. We're testing the Orc ecosystem, obviously, with the hope of and faith of Da Vinci's call. Da Vinci is one of the mascots, basically, of Orc Coin. Orc is inspired by the orcs of all MMORPGs and lore and books like Lord of the Rings and games like World of Warcraft, orcs are always hoarding that gold, but also when you're in crypto, you want to collect those coins, and why not collect some orc? So that's kind of the narrative. They wanted to get Da Vinci's attention, and by them getting his attention, they got my attention. So we're speculating on this. We do have a little bag. We're DCAing. We're gonna see where this thing goes whenever Solana's at $1,000. You can imagine when Solana's pushing 500 and between $500 and $1,000, that orc would probably be somewhere in the like 4 or 5 to 6 cent range, somewhere around there. And then the same with Waffles is the other coin that we've been following, which is also in the Da Vinci realm. This one actually has a lot more utility. Orc is just pure meme speculation. Waffles started out as just a meme that is based off of Da Vinci Jeremy's cat Waffles. But then if you go into what they actually are building, they have Waffles Sign, they have Waffles Swap, they have Waffles Studio, and they have Waffles, what's the other thing they got? Yeah, Waffles Sign, Waffles Send. Now, it's an advanced filtering system that you can use for your projects. If you have an NFT project, or you have a coin project, you can actually use their product to help you do snapshots. Like if you want to do a snapshot giveaway, like, hey, whoever does this will take a snapshot, pre-sale, whatever it may be. And it's super cool because it's honestly something that like I would love to be able to use as someone who wants to create products in the space as well. And this would be very convenient to be able to use their services. And you can almost use Waffles Studio as a one-stop shop to be able to get your coin figured out, your content, be able to filter out advanced sending options for your smart contracts, and then just like go for it. And then you use Waffles to be able to probably pay for some of those services as well. And I think it's really cool. It's a great idea. I love when meme coins end up like actually doing and accomplishing the things on their roadmap. And when they do that, it's great. It's super cool. So it gives me confidence in the project to be able to hold it and also be involved with the just the promotion of it, because why not? I mean, it's super low market cap. I think compared to a lot of the other stuff that's been popping off on Solana, is just, I think the fact that this is just where it's at, and Orc as well. You're early. You're super early. $8 million market cap at 10,000 holders at liquidity 315, and then the same with Waffles. A lot more holders on Waffles, 26,000, and then we got more liquidity locked, close to 1 million liquidity locked with a market cap of 12 million. So these are early buys, very early buys, and I think this actually might be the things that perform the best in my portfolio, along where I think Kendu Inu is going to perform really well. I think Pepe and Pepe are going to do very well. It's just a matter of time. We have to have a little bit more patience. I think we just have a lot of PTSD. A lot of times I think that might be our problem. We have a lot of PTSD, and we end up getting spooked, and for good reason. Of course, we get spooked. We've had a lot happen. We've had a lot happen to us. But I think really the narrative right now, guys, to follow is the meme super cycle. And there's a lot of really smart people going on stages, talking to other really, smart people in the space. And they're telling them, hey, it's the memes, guys. I mean, the exchanges know what's up. The whales know what's up. That's why they're accumulating Pepe like it's no tomorrow. I mean, they are scooping up Pepe like crazy. So they know something. So it's just, they know something. They really do. It doesn't mean that the blue chip altcoins aren't going to do well also. They will. But I'm just telling you that the memes are going to do better, because that's what retail's going to buy. It's just a fact. They're going to buy the memes. And so what we're doing right now is we're buying, sadly, the coins that are inevitably going to be sold to the retail. That's just kind of the name of the game. So, like, for instance, you know, you look at this chart, this is where crypto, you know, crypto Twitter and the people that are in crypto already, they're buying here. Retail is going to buy up here. They're going to buy at like 4 cents, 6 cents, you know, 6 cents. They'll buy at 8 cents. They'll buy all up here when it starts running. And guess what? We bought here, and so we're 500% up. We're probably going to take some profits. And so then when we take profits, guess what? It's going to go back down to 4 cents, and then it'll just pump again. And if you solidified your moon bag and you took out half of whatever you put in, or, you know, took your whatever you put in and invested in a little bit more, you even have another opportunity if you want to buy back in, hitting that price and then going back up. And that's kind of how you can play this game with the memes, especially if you're getting at prices where you're sitting at pretty decent support. And this is just you can use this. This is an example of just using waffles, but you can kind of do this breakdown analysis for some of the strong memes. And it's not always going to be the case that every single meme or every single coin is going to play out exactly how I just did this. But hey, good chance it might. But this is why you don't have all your eggs in one basket, and you are at least a little bit spread. You got a little meme coin bag, you got a blue chip altcoin bag, you got a BTC and Ethereum bag, and you are spread nice and evenly across things. So then your solid Bitcoin store of value, when you make profits, put it in a Bitcoin. And then when your altcoins are running, you scoop off those profits and you hold the ones that you feel like are going to be multi-cycle, multi-bull market, and bear market gems, because those have been revealed from last cycle. SHIB and Doge ended up becoming gems going through bear market and bull market cycles. That's why people are still buying them. And so Pepe, now being one of those tokens, is now in that cycle of blue chip memes, a blue chip meme that will go into the bear market and the next bull market on top. It's my thesis. I'm sticking to it because this is what the exchanges are even realizing and pivoting. They pivoted. They were like, sorry guys, we'll listen to you this time. Just shows the power of community and the meme community. And I'll give it to Headband. He got on me one time. I was joking around with him and his buddies on crypto Twitter with their PFPs of NFT communities, and I was like, those darn community members, and he was like, hey, that's what this space is all about. It's community. And I said, you know what? You might be right, Headband. If you really do get like something like Ponky, and you got solid people that are always pushing it in a positive way, and you just get good momentum, and you get that content going, that community interaction, the charity work. I mean, that's how you get billions of dollars into a project that is purely a meme coin, a degen monkey, or a frog. So, all right, let's get a little bit into the news. I think we talked enough about Bitcoin and altcoins, but first, we'll check the trades. Are we in profit? Yes, we are in profit. Let's go. All right, so basically we're in recovery mode, guys. We obviously got chopped up a little bit yesterday and the day before, and we said, okay, you win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. And then we're going to put on the song just so we can get the vibe, the feeling, the juice, and we're going to bring you the breaking news. Absolutely destroy the like button, please, and we'll get this. We'll get this thing pumping.
Ha!
Never trade another day.
You know what? If it doesn't happen,
and for some reason the charts change.
Little trade another day.
And tomorrow, I'm the biggest bear out there. So be it.
You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another play. You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another play. Live to trade another day. Live to trade another day. Live to make another play. Win some, you lose some, but you live to
Liking my own posts.
Scared money don't make no money. 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 You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another. Is it the bottom yet?
Who I made a meme this morning. I said, this is what I think about World War III. I wanted to go away and get its head shaved by crypto. And I want the suffering to stop. This was our president for 4 years. I want him back. I want him back.
Money, you win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another play. Scared money don't make no money. Scared money don't make no money. Scared money don't make no money.
Oh my God.
Money don't make no money. You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day.
Guys,
Don't be scared, G. Like pay them.
guys, how many of you are WWF fans? How many of you in the 90s that was like your jam? Like it got you so pumped. Like nothing got me more pumped than Monday. It was Monday Night Raw. Was it Monday Night Raw? And then we had WrestleMania. Oh my God, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, just whenever Vince McMahon would see Stone Cold Steve Austin come out around the corner, or like he pulls up in a Silverado and slams the door, and you just see Vince in his face, like, and it was like pure television energy. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was hilarious. It was so funny. So funny. And then Undertaker and Kane. Oh my God. D-Generation X. We had I was 8 years old running around doing the X, giving people the X, saying suck it. Like not even realizing what I was even saying. That is how influential that era was. Oh my God. Man, good times. Good times. But this and we're on breaking news, by the way, guys. This is breaking news. Didn't know if you knew that. All right, check this out. This is hilarious. You want to watch a video of someone caught in a lie and then trying to talk their way out of it. Here you go.
The vice president is often the last voice the president hears before making consequential decisions. We want to ask you about your leadership qualities. Governor Walz, you said you were in Hong Kong during the deadly Tiananmen Square protests in the spring of 1989. But Minnesota Public Radio and other media outlets are reporting that you actually didn't travel to Asia until August of that year. Can you explain that discrepancy?
Yeah, well, and to the folks out there who didn't get at the top of this, look, I grew up in small rural Nebraska, town of 400. town that you rode your bike with your buddies till the streetlights come on, and I'm proud of that service. My commitment, whether it be through teaching, which I was good at, or whether it was being a good soldier or was being a good member of Congress, those are the things that I think are the values that people care about.
Governor, just to follow up on that, the question was, can you explain the
Who else is laughing right now? I mean, I was busting out. I was like, she's like, okay, but anyway, besides you riding your bike to the streetlights came on, middle class like story that the Democrats want to always tell you to make you feel like you can relate to them because like, oh, I was just as poor as you were. I relate to you. I was just as poor and in the trenches with you. But look, he didn't answer the question. So the moderator was like, okay, so anyway, the question.
No, just
discrepancy?
all I said on this was I got there that summer and misspoke on this. So I will just, that's what I've said. So I was in Hong Kong and China during the democracy protests went in. And from that, I learned a lot of what needed to be in governance.
That is like exactly how someone acts when they get brought up to the front of the classroom and they get asked to speak on the report that they were supposed to do and they didn't do it. And they're like, so to speak on, so that's what you speak on of the, that's what has helped me with the governance to, yeah. This is kind of a just a nightmare. That's why we just have to trust the frog. Just trust the frog. Look what started it all. The right-winged hate speech symbol known as Pepe, right? Just wild. Okay. So, I'm curious as to what you guys think about the port union strike. I'm starting to figure out a little bit more about the nature of this. And this guy, you hear about this guy, and you hear about how much his salary is, and how much the average salary of those dock workers are, and you think to yourself, something else is at play here. Something else is at play here, and it doesn't seem right. With them threatening the supply for Americans just so they can make a deal. I'm very curious as to why this is happening. What do you guys think? The salary of this dude, apparently, if true, is almost $1 million a year. And he's out here screaming like an asshole, saying, I am not playing games. Tell me, is someone watching, are you a port worker? I want to know what all those port workers were told to do and what they were going to get as a deal, or if any, for going on strike. Because guess what? They're all going to get fired soon anyway. Guess what? Automation and AI is going to eliminate probably about, I don't know, millions of jobs over the next 4 years. So I don't know. I have no idea. But there's something fishy about it. There's something very fishy about it. And I found this article fascinating. Vivek, unsurprisingly, the Bitcoin price follows global liquidity. And that kind of ties into what I've thought about Bitcoin as a representation of global liquidity and how the world is running and how the world is in terms of global monetary, fiscal policy, M2 supply. Basically, it follows the global liquidity and where it's headed. So if global liquidity is just going to keep going up because they keep printing more money, then guess what? Bitcoin's going to be at $1 million per coin. I know he's struggling so hard to get by with his $900,000 salary. Average salary of an American right now is $40,000 a year. Maybe 50 a year, but and most people aren't getting a salary. They're actually having to pick up multiple part-time jobs to fill in the gaps to then have, quote, full-time employment. And that data was actually shown by the jobs report, where most of the jobs that were picked up were government jobs, and also they were part-time. Not a lot of it was actually full-time employment with benefits and all the things that, you get a little sweet deal with if you got a nice salary, got nice benefits, a little 401k, maybe even a little pension. But that's very rare these days. Very, very rare. So this person, says, I've been intrigued by the significant increase in global liquidity during 2024, driven by extensive money printing and debt expansion and how it impacts Bitcoin's price. Bitcoin is an expression against the government's monetary expansionist policies, so it is priced, and price follows global liquidity, as seen here on this chart. So it's really interesting. So directional alignment with global liquidity in 12-month periods. 83% in Bitcoin, 81% going into the S&P, and then 68% of it going into gold. The report quantified Bitcoin's correlation with the global M2 money supply, finding a very strong 0.94 overall correlation between 2013 and 2024. And then Bitcoin's average 12-month rolling correlation was 0.51, while stocks and gold showed moderately high. And then, of course, Bitcoin's correlation isn't perfect. Short-term breakdowns can occur, which has happened right now around crypto-specific events like exchange hacks, Ponzi schemes collapsing, or geopolitical stuff. Now we got the institutions with the ETF inflows and outflows. That has a direct correlation with sometimes the price. Then we got supply-demand imbalances also cause temporary decoupling when Bitcoin reaches extreme overvaluation levels during market cycle peaks. Yet despite these breakdowns, the long-term relationship persists. So saying right now liquidity is soaring to unprecedented levels, suggesting that Bitcoin could soon embark on a massive bull run if this relationship holds. While I believe no model perfectly captures Bitcoin's complexity, recognizes its role as a monetary canary in the coal mine, can lend value insight. So if history rhymes, which we've been saying that it very well indeed might rhyme, Bitcoin's sirens are ringing loudly that a liquidity-driven boom will soon be underway. All right, so Asan Lewis, I know you're trying to shill me Bitcoin Satoshi Vision or Bitcoin Cash. But the thing is that I think the whole point of Bitcoin is ultimately a store of value that can also be used as money. So it ultimately does have still a strong case to be made to be used as a hedge against the system, regardless of block size. Because yes, obviously the block size and all that stuff and transaction throughput and what you're able to do and not able to do on the Bitcoin blockchain is all debatable at this point. That's why it's open source. It's open source code, but you can't ultimately, why I like Bitcoin is because regardless of what you think or I think, it's going to do what it's going to do. Guess what? Doesn't care. It's going to do what it's going to do. That's why it was built the way it's built. That's why we don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is, and also why Bitcoin has been the strongest, most appreciated asset that has been created ever in existence of this world. And so I'm going to trust Bitcoin in that aspect. And not trust the people's opinions of forks and what they think was Satoshi's vision. I don't think they know shit. And if they did, their coins would be doing a lot better than what Bitcoin's been doing right now. And that's just a fact. So I won't go into a debate or a discussion, I think, in that regard, because it's like, it's obvious at this point, those altcoins are altcoins, and they could be deemed just as much of a shit coin than a meme coin because no one's using it. So if no one's using it, then it's just like the question of why is Pepe coin listed and not those coins? It's because people want to buy Pepe coin. Like they actually might want to buy it, and there you go. I don't know. But just for the sake of you, Hassan Lewis, I will do a dedicated comparison of Bitcoin Satoshi Vision and Bitcoin Cash against Bitcoin in a video. I would like to do that. I will do it specifically for you. All right, so then we got some news with Reuters. You know, Hezbollah reports ground clashes with Israel troops, like on the ground, and so that's not good. So that definitely doesn't need to develop any further. But we are having multiple strikes going back and forth, ballistic missile strikes going back and forth, and so obviously, I mean, this has been happening for forever. But at the same time, you know, we have all of this stuff happening along with the U.S. port strike, which is backed by the White House. And then we also have all of the massive, flash flooding, all of those things that have happened, especially in North Carolina. And so North Carolina being the place that pretty much got hit the hardest. Asheville, North Carolina. Survivors of Helen struggled to piece their lives back together as President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris planned to survey damage on Wednesday. So they haven't been there since they haven't been there since now. I think they're going to try and go today. And so I think that's still a show of character of what their priorities are. They would much rather help people. They'd much rather fund bombs going and blowing up women and children in buildings that most of the time end up killing civilians and not the people that they're trying to attack. That's what our tax dollar money is going to, instead of going to people like that are in Georgia and North Carolina and a lot of these states that got hit up in the line of the path of Hurricane Helene. Not a peep. No outrage. No, oh my gosh. Basically 1.2 million homes and businesses without power in Georgia and the Carolinas. Search and rescue teams continue efforts amid severe flooding and destruction. And they're just going to go and just survey. Oh, let's survey how bad of a job we do. That's probably what they're trying to do. Let's survey and fly across in the plane and then just do a survey on how bad we suck. That's probably what they're doing. This is why we need better leadership. Regardless of what you think about Trump or not, the dude's a better leader, and he's a better leader for the country. And so that's where we should be headed. The last 3.5, 4 years has you get results, and you go by the results. And so the results are really terrible. It's like if you were to be, it's like literally letting someone who completely just destroyed your country, made everything more expensive for you, and then at the very end, they come in and say, we'll be the one to fix it, I promise. We'll be the one to fix it, I promise. Just don't worry. No, that's all Trump's fault. That's all Trump's fault. Yeah, the 3.5 years that we've been in office, no, that wasn't us. That's Trump's fault. Hilarious. It's freaking hilarious. All right, so just to show you, though, guys, with this election coming up, it doesn't matter who wins, because guess what? It's always been business as usual, and I am going to stick by that thesis. I don't want to say I'm confident that Trump is going to win, because we really just don't know. They like to pull a lot of malarkey, and I mean the deep state, I mean the Democratic Party, the people that pay all your heartfelt old childhood celebrities to get on Oprah to spill a bunch of nonsense, just to get you to feel heartfelt and like, oh, Chris Rock and Bryan Cranston and Jennifer Aniston and all the Anistons, and they all support Kamala. I should support Kamala too. Oh, Kamala makes really good collard greens. She bastes her turkey just like I do. Oh, I should vote for her. All the while, like, deficits up. We're in debt $37 trillion. Everything's gone up quadrupled the price. Your groceries are more expensive. Gas is more expensive. Iran has millions and millions of dollars because they were able to do so for the past 3.5 years because of the negligence of the Democratic Party and Joe Biden, and pulling out of Afghanistan like atrociously, sacrificing human lives, and then not even going to the memorial for that. And and people are voting for that? That's insane. I don't know. Absolutely insane. You tell me, am I insane? Am I crazy for pointing these things out? But no, she's so relatable. She's so relatable. Let's see, is the market surviving? Is it surviving? Oh, man. It's doing some things. It's doing some things right now. We hope you guys are sticking with it. We just hope you're sticking with the markets. These volatile times right now are shaky. They're a little shaky, but we just want to remind you that we've not seen nothing yet. Not even close. Not even close. Because this is where we're going to start seeing most of the volatility is right here. All in these months. These months right here, the next 5 months is going to be absolutely insane. Because you got to think right now where we're sitting. We're in October, November, December, January, February, March. The next 5 months, and those last 3 months out of those 5 months is going to be absolutely insane. January, February, and March, we're going to start seeing Bitcoin from 142, 150,000 going all the way to, I think, at a peak of 340,000, even possibly 350,000 by April of next year. Does this give us a little bit of a window? Yes, it does. Is the window closing? Yes, it is closing. But it is still there. So I don't want to build FOMO in you because we do have time left, but it is growing shorter and shorter of when you can start accumulating at these mega low prices. Like, for example, I'll just use AVAX as an easy example. AVAX is an easy example of something that is like massively undervalued and cheap right now. $26, and the thing went to in the previous cycle $150, and the thing is being used as back-end technology for gaming on Xbox right now for off-grid. I don't know if you guys know about that, but that's huge. So keep it on the radar. You got to keep it on the radar and use it as a metric, and know that you could be coming up into some gains of 30 to 40% moves on the daily coming up, and AVAX going back up and crushing all-time highs and maybe even going up 600%. Just for AVAX, something as easy as just like buy some AVAX. You could buy some AVAX, Pepe, and Bitcoin, and then literally shut off your computer. It could be that easy. But remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I am a idiot on YouTube. I'm not a KOL. I'm not a crypto influencer. Somehow I have a channel named Dano Crypto, and that is that. I'm not a KOL. Don't consider myself a KOL. Oh man. All right, we're getting a little bit of a dump here. I think we're getting some consolidation. Let's look at Bitcoin. We're so close to that 62,000. Oh, we're getting so close to 62,000. Are we getting it? No, we're actually getting a little bit of a pump. Let's look at the 45 minute. Let's look at the, oh man, what? The 45 minute is getting this W pattern going back up to 63.6. Oh, I'm not a maxi on anything. I just like I'm a maxi on bullish charts. If your chart is bullish, I will like your coin. If you got a good chart and just people are just like trading it because they just like trading it, I mean, I'll like your coin. That's actually kind of why I started to I just hit I just saw something hit a stop loss. Where did it go? Which one was it? Okay, it was Metis. What? Metis is doing something very interesting. Maybe because Ethereum is going down a little bit. All right, so we hit the stop loss on there, no problem. But maybe now, instead of going into Metis, maybe we'll do some live trading and we'll go into something different. Put some ones in the chat if you want some live trading. Put some ones. Put some Pepes in the chat. Or should I go into... Would have been nice to have a DGen trade open, huh? 135% move to the upside. Absolutely insane. You know what did that? Coinbase listing. Wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting DGen to get the first listing and not Brett. So just think, Brett it might be literally next on the list of a listing. Might be the next thing. All right, so let's see. In my favorites, this is what I have in my favorites on this particular exchange. We got, let's go by the volume. So we're going to go by the volume. Okay, so Popcat has been doing very well in terms of trading volume, up along with Pepe. But then also you got bullish chains like Thor Chain, Ruin. That could do really well in the altcoin run. And then we got Phantom. Phantom is always really bullish. And then we got Bread, obviously. And then Ronin Chain, the Ronin wallet, bullish on gaming. If you're bullish on crypto gaming, that's a good project. And then obviously got Ethereum. We got DAR. For some reason, DAR just will go up really, really hard when we get the runs on altcoins. So we haven't been able to successfully catch the trade on this particular coin. But man, if we could catch the run on DAR when DAR runs, oh, that would be very profitable trade because it can get up to 27% very fast. I mean, look at the end of September where we just were, and if we start crushing on some of these levels, Mines of Delarnia can do really well. And if you don't know what Mines of Delarnia is, it is a Binance Smart Chain coin connected with the game, and it's one of the probably more actively played games that has a lot of active users playing that game. And definitely keep it on the radar. It's from the previous cycle, and I think it could do really well. I remember finding DAR on PancakeSwap back in the day. Back in the day, meaning like 2 years ago. All right, so we see someone said Filecoin. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm thinking like I would love for the crypto gods to bless me with a DAR run. But all right, let's look at the other ones in the list that could be a good potential entrance here. We got what's on the list. We have STG. The highest that thing went, I mean, that thing went up 60% in one day whenever we were starting to get some bullish movements in the altcoins. And then we have Foxy, which is Linnea, the layer 2 on Ethereum's meme coin. I actually got the Foxy airdrop and have not sold a single token yet. I think I got like 5,000 Foxy. Something like that. And then we got ICP on this list. We had Jasmine, ICP, Book of Meme. Slurf was doing some interesting stuff, so we're trying to figure out what was going on with Slurf. But Slurf hasn't been getting any PR or traction or attention right now. I think people kind of honestly forgot about it just with all the new Solana meme coins. But really right now, I feel like I want to focus possibly more on Pepe for getting into a really good trade because the trading volume on Pepe has just been unmatched. And I just feel like there's something to be told about that. But then Dogecoin too. Dogecoin. I don't know, guys. What do you think? What should I go into right now? Should I just go more into Brett? Just go heavy into Brett? Ride that thing up and take some profits at 15 cents, 13 cents. That last place we had some resistance. What do you say? And then what else is bullish right now? Phantom is bullish. Phantom is super bullish. Look at Phantom. But we are getting some consolidation here? Bitcoin at, oh man, it's getting so close to getting to 62. Guys, I said it, 62. All right, so Pepe. All right, I'm seeing Pepe. Yeah, I'm liking Pepe as well. I'm liking Pepe. So let's see. Oh, on margin, you can do just straight Pepe with USDT. And then contract-wise, perpetuals, it's the 1,000 Pepe. All right, so let's see on the shorter time frames to see if we are getting a little bit of a bounce here. We're basically, if we're literally putting in a long right on the point of control. So if we're long positioning from here right now, and we have a take profit set at the last resistance, stop at the moving average here, wick on the Bollinger Band. Doesn't look too bad. So yeah, we would. I mean, this would be, say, in the 4-hour time frame. We want to push that up a little bit to there. To the top of that moving average. We just need Bitcoin to go over 62. If Bitcoin can hold over 62K and then it starts to run up to 64, then Pepe will do well. Then Pepe and everything else, not everything else, but most of the market will start to kind of carry up a little bit with that move. So 9% move to the upside going into that moving average, being not the 7, or is it the 14? Which close is that? The 20? Yeah, I think that's the 20. Yep. 20 SMA. Trade back up to the 20 SMA. Could be a decent entry. Because we'll at least trade back up into the top of it. I got a little squeeze here, and then nice bounce. All right, we'll do it. Let's do it. All right, we're gonna keep it low leved, nothing too crazy. See if it gets filled. Order filled. All right. And then looks like Bitcoin's going to be surpassing over 62K right now. Getting a W pattern forming on the short-term time frames of the 45-minute. Let's look at the indicators right now. See how we got a nice little green dot printed on the 45-minute. We got nice MACD, little bullish divergence here. We're watching for that. And so here could be getting, we're over 62K, guys. Let's go. All right, pump song time. I don't even care how long we've been streaming for forever right now. We're going for an hour and a half. You know, that Martini guy did a 5-hour stream the other day. A 5-hour stream. He got 122 new subscribers or something like that, and it was just really cool. And I thought to myself, we need to do a 24-hour stream where we just lose our voices. All right, hopefully we don't get rejected off this 62K. Let's go. Hopefully the Bitcoin pump song will help. Turn it up wherever you're at. If you're in your car, I don't care where you are, turn this up right now and Bitcoin will go up. Watch. Don't dump your Bitcoin. Don't dump your Bitcoin. It's gonna go up to the ultimate Bitcoin price. We're calling it Bitcoin. Sweet creamy Bitcoin. Sweet creamy Bitcoin. Let's go. Let's do it. All right. Come on, Bitcoin. Stay over 62. Hold 62. Hold it. Let's go. We have to hold. We have to hold. We're getting close, though. We're getting close. All right, you guys are awesome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for getting the stream up to 22 likes. Thanks for all the chat interaction. Oh, we have some quotes for you. We have some quotes for you. All right, we're gonna go to the quote of the day now, and then we're going to. I think we'll end the stream because now we already know what the coin of the day. I guess the coin of the day. We'll do the coin of the day too. We'll do the quote of the day. I gotta move myself over a little bit. All right, quote of the day. Invest for the long haul. Don't get too greedy and don't get too scared. I like it. And then thousands of experts study overbought indicators, head and shoulders patterns, put call ratios, the Fed's policy on money supply, and they can't predict markets with any useful consistency any more than the gizzard squeezers could tell the Roman emperors when the Huns would attack. So I like this too. Far more money has been lost by investors trying to anticipate corrections than lost in the corrections themselves. Very timely for the corrections that we're seeing in the markets right now. Now, speaking of Fed monetary policy, we got another meeting coming up November 7th where we could be seeing a potential 25 basis point cut, another cut, and it could be that we get 50 again on this one, or we get 25 and then 25 in December towards the end of the year. And then that is going to make that money printer go brrr. It's going to burr. It's going to purr. And then all that sweet liquidity is going to start going into more of the Bitcoin ETFs. It's going to go into, I think, Ethereum spot ETF. We got options, futures ETF, and Bitcoin ETFs being traded. So this is going to, along with retail starting to kind of dip their toe back in, is going to make us go into these parabolic runs, and we're pretty excited for it. We're here for it. I know you guys are here for it as well. And so we hope we can come out the other side a little bit smarter, a little bit richer, learn from the mistakes, and hopefully not break through the dang floor with this level again. Lord have mercy. Can we do it? Oh, my Lord. Should we exit out now? Or are we just getting some massive short volatility? But we do see some sells coming in hard. But the thing is guess what, guys? There's massive liquidations that are going to start happening, I think, around in this price right here. So if Bitcoin actually breaks above 62.3, there's going to be a lot of short positions, getting liquidated. So that means they have to sell. So they're going to sell at that price, and then right when they start to sell at that price, then it's going to hopefully pump it up to the upside. But right now we're getting a bit of a dip, getting a nasty little dip right here. But I'm telling you, look at the liquidation levels. Look what we have for the short liquidation levels. It's really high at 62, 62.6, 62.8, 62. A lot of short leverage. And so it's probably going to get wiped out here very, very soon in these levels. I know, and they just won't let it pump, but I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. Because now if you look at the short time, if you look at this kind of shorter time frame, we could get another little that's kind of right there. Could be testing back up 68, 62.8. And then these are mass liquidation levels right here, all in here, shorts liquidated. So, but guys, all 17 of you that are popped into this live stream, if you could do me a favor and hit the like button before you exit out of here, that would be very swell. That would be super cool. Get the likes up to 30 likes or maybe even 40 likes before we end the stream. See how many people are watching across all platforms. Yeah, we got 17 people on YouTube, and then we got 9 people on X. Make sure you guys are in the Discord. Yeah, filthy animals. And let's see what else is breaking news. Latest in what's happening in the world right now. Top breaking news. Breaking news footage of Democrats harboring illegals in Chicago, now using unmarked brand new hotels like this Holiday Inn. Oh, wow. Not a surprise. Not surprising at all. Dano, I hope you actually do the video on buying Bitcoin Satoshi Vision versus Bitcoin. I will. I might work on it today. That'd be fun. And it'll also I'll do my research. You know, maybe in doing my research, I might get bullish on Bitcoin Satoshi Vision or Bitcoin Cash. I don't know. But it would be fun to do. You don't really see it very often. So I think with that, it could be actually a really good video. Might even make you more bullish on Bitcoin. Who knows? But I know you're bullish on Bitcoin. Yeah, including using the white paper and blockchain technology. Yeah, we would get all in the weeds and, you know, do all that stuff. All right, so we got BlackRock acquires 40.8 million in Bitcoin. Some more BlackRock purchasing. BlackRock and Fidelity ETFs lead in crypto, lead in the crypto markets. And then Vance highlighting that censorship, you know, as a democracy threat. And Vance, you know, said he's like, look, you know, the very thing that you're talking about with the censorship is going directly against our First Amendment right. And he's like, look, it just cannot happen, because once you start to be the gatekeeper of what is hate speech or you know, free speech or whatever it may be, or who can speak or who cannot speak, it makes it that the consensus of what the establishment is wanting to use as a guise to control you and control the narrative, then that's not how it's supposed to be. Then it's not a democracy. So it's hilarious that the Democratic Party is so for censorship and spread and danger and fear of disinformation, but ultimately the Democratic Party has been caught as being one of the main parties that spreads the most disinformation by getting community noted by a lot of the things, by CNN and all these very left-winged funded mainstream media, that they end up getting community noted for a lot of the stuff they end up reporting to be false. So, all right, are we hitting stop losses? Hitting stop losses, I think. Yeah, we're hitting stop losses. Bitcoin is not doing too hot right now in terms of the short term here. It was trying to get over 62 and it did not hold it, man. Oh my gosh. It had to hold. It had to hold this 62. What is the deal? Freaking 618, man. The 618. And then what does it want to do? Trade right back down into the 61.4. That's what it's looking like. Holy crap. Holy crap. I thought we put a stop loss on this thing. Thought we put a stop loss on this thing. I know, yeah. I know. I'm just perpetually a degen. That's probably what it is. Man, there were so many shorts that were going to get smashed up at this level. If we would have been right here, shorts would have just gotten absolutely decimated. What is the deal? Is there more breaking news? Is there breaking news? Is something happening right now? Is something happening right now as we speak? What's happening? Oh man. Okay. Maybe we're just getting that little bit of let's see. What order was filled? What trade was that? Oh, it was the Brett one. Okay. And we were up in the profit on that one too. Brett's tricky. Brett's like you can do really well with leverage, but then at the same time, it moves like a meme coin. So the wicks are a little funky. The wicks sometimes are a little funky. All right, so we're looking at Pepe right now. Looks like we might be getting a little bit of a bounce. Man, degen, this is crazy. So you wouldn't have thought, you know? You wouldn't have thought. Okay, all right. All we need is one more test of breaking through the 0.5 and then the 618. If we break through the 618 again, then we will go to the next level, which is 62.8. 62,800 is the next level. If you look at this pattern that's forming right now, this is I think this is what's happening. We're going. We just established that okay, if we actually go to 61.4. If we go to 61.4, then that was a mega fake pump, and we're going back to 60,009. If we actually can retest back up here, then this is what we're going to do. We're going to probably retest back up. We'll test that, and then we'll actually bust through it, and then we'll go to 62.8. It's funny because it's like the only reason that to hold gold is that if you are going to think that the power is going to be out perpetually forever in your lifetime. That's kind of how I think about gold. You're like, okay, if the power goes out and the only way that I can put value into something to trade and barter with is that I have a bunch of gold. But most likely, we're going to live through our lifetimes with power and we'll have innovation and all that stuff. And maybe we're going to be ran by a massive AI controlled Skynet type of system where, we'll have power, but if you don't do what they say, you get literally exited out like into the sky by a robotic arm. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to have power. Pretty sure that most likely we're going to have internet still. Could be wrong, but you're going to probably want Bitcoin instead of all those gold bars. It's a lot easier to carry. And I don't understand. I'm still trying to wrap my head around why people would want to sell Bitcoin during like volatile times, like geopolitical stuff. Because like, wouldn't you want to have the thing that is like the hardest thing for someone to take away from you? And that you can like use peer-to-peer to send to whoever you need be anywhere around the world as long as you have an internet connection. I'd want to be in that thing. I wouldn't want to be in gold. What are you going to do when you buying a bunch of gold, that's like papered, IOU'd gold basically, and like you're going to contact that company whenever the world is going to shit? Hey, can I have my gold? They're going to be like, sorry, no, you're not going to have your gold. No. The government actually came in and took all the gold. They're not going to be able to take your Bitcoin. In a sense. In a sense. They can take it. But I'd still rather hold Bitcoin than the gold. Because technically, our government is the biggest holder of Bitcoin by confiscation, not by buying it. By confiscation. We'll see. We'll see if Bitcoin is the inevitable trap and the biggest psyop in monetary history of the world. We'll see. We will see. All right. We're going to end the stream, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for any new people that came into the live stream today. We want you guys to come back. We're going to be live streaming later today at probably like 8 or 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll see where the markets are going. I mean, if we end up breaking through those levels, like I said, guys, we end up actually testing back up to the 618 and we break through it, which is the 62.3 level, 62,300. Then the next obvious level will be the 62.9, which is the 786. And then that would be the levels you want to be kind of looking for here in the short term. And it also says BTC whales not insignificant profit to dump on the market. So since that, I love this. We'll leave you guys with this. If loving Bitcoin is wrong, I don't want to be right. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Thanks for having some fun with me today, and happy trading. God bless. Peace.